Hey everybody, I wanted to talk today about what to do when it's quiet and you have no sales. What's the things you can do to kind of get the ball rolling again, especially especially on Vinted. Um, and the secret to Vinted is really simple. Um, just consistently list. Um, as the one of the people I follow, it's Phantom, TCG uh, shop online guy. Gotta check him out. He always says ABL, always be listing, and this has been the most effective thing that I've ever done. If you sell one comic, list 10. If you sell 5 comics, list 20. If you sell no comics, list 30. Because the more you get out there, especially if you feel like your store is very top heavy in a particular thing. So, for example, I'm finding maybe my store is a little bit Batman heavy right now after doing all the Detective Comics. Detective Comics? That sounded so stupid. But yeah, after all that, if you do trading cards, you might find it's a bit like it might be a bit Scarlet and Violet era heavy if you do Pokemon. If you do Magic cards, maybe it's a bit heavy in the Universes Beyond sets and nothing vintage. If you sell anything really, and you sell clothing, and you just do men's t-shirts, well, list something different to try broaden the horizon, because it only takes one listing to catch one person to then get sales in previous stuff as well. So, for example, I will notice all the time, I will list a comic. A good example will be the one that's been baffling me is we had the biker mice from Mars. I knew nothing about it. But I seen that when I listed that and somebody bought that, the 4 comics they took with that bundle, especially if you have to have good bundle deals though, I have to say. You'd be so surprised how that one comic really unearths 4 listings from, it can be weeks, months ago even. It only takes one. It's almost like a domino effect sometimes. But the more you list, the more you're sending out there for just the right person to catch the right comic to then send you on a domino effect of sales. So, for example, today, yesterday, we only sold 2 comics. So to make up for that, I've got a pile of 20 here that I'm going to list now, and I've got 10 at least that I've just checked through my boxes that I had duplicates that I need to relist onto Vinted. So, like I said, it's been a slow day. So we've only had 2 sales, and each 1 comic each. So not very fascinating. I'm going to show you anyway. We've got Imperial Guardians #1. I'm not going to lie, the more I look at the Cosmic Ghost Rider, the more I regret not just taking this myself. And we've got Wicked, Witches Road. Something that does very well in my shop is anything Scarlet Witch in the recent Sorcerer Supreme runs. So I'm not surprised this was listed and maybe gone within a week. Yeah, I think this person's bought for me before, and they did wipe me out of Scarlet Witch in the past. So I'm not surprised they've come along and taken this as well. So we spoke earlier about list heavier if you have not made any sales. I know you're thinking, oh, but you've got 300, 400 sales. I'll just maybe tomorrow. Send more listings out, and you never know who's going to pick it up. And when you have that kind of day, really have a variety of what you're going to do. So in terms of comics, I wish I had more variety, to be honest. Maybe this is where indie would help out. I don't know. But right now, I'm going to show you the 20 that I've picked that'll be new to the store. I won't bother showing you the 10 on the relist because it's just like Avengers and stuff like that. But I know that I've got 4 or 5 copies and we need to get through them. But anyway, so we've got Mighty Avengers runs, going for stuff a little bit older this time. Mighty Avengers again, but I just think that's a good Doom cover for Doomsday coming out that's something people even might just look for, not interested in the run, but they're just interested in Doom himself. We've got this from Dynamite Comics, Vampirella. No idea, know nothing about it. Like I said, my indie knowledge is shocking. But I really hope that's something that goes out there, picks up a new customer, picks up a new set of eyes, and they pick up something else in the store. We've got Suicide Squad Rebirth. That's always going to do well. I've got a few more kind of older kind of stuff. So I've got the Flash Annual from 1998. I don't have a lot of Flash on the store, so that's why I picked this today. And then to go with that, I've got a retroactive 1970s The Flash. I think this isn't from the 1970s, but this will be like a I can never say the word, but we'll call it facsimile. When they like reprint basically an older issue to kind of give people a chance. Well, there you go. 2011 is what it says here, and it's not. Yeah, that's not the 1970s, is it? We've got Secret Empire Uprising. DC First again, although it's not quite vintage. It's older than what I normally list, but it's got that retro look of Jay Garrick as Flash and Superman classic race. So this is actually from 2002. So I'm ashamed to say that makes this a 24-year-old book. Something from 2002. Like, think about it. Dude, this could drink in America. Is it not 25 or something? Here it's like it's 18 to drink legally. You'd be surprised if most people haven't done it by like 12. We've got Deathstroke from Rebirth. A couple of those. Incoming. Icon versus Hardware. Pass, no idea about it, to be honest. We've got the Extraordinary X-Men run. An incoming variant edition. Squadron Sinister but a variant. That's actually very nice. These design variants do well, I have to say. We've got Marvel's Monsters. Fing Fang Foom. Again, something completely different. I don't think I have any of this on my store at the moment. All new Wolverine. I mean, she's always going to do well. Marauders. I actually don't know what this is. I'm guessing it looks like Bishop and... Is that Dakin? I like Dakin. I think that's something that's very underused across all of Marvel, actually. The idea of Wolverine's son. Again, like, what... Like, the movies never touched on it. They've kind of more went down the route of X-23 being like his daughter, and I think if you'd added Dakin to it that time, it could have been really cool. Who to get to play him? That's a question. I think about that, but I'm not quite sure. Got another variant for, I believe this is War of the Realms variant. War of the Realms variant. Quite a nice Virgin variant, actually. I wonder if it's like a wraparound or of a joined up cover. I'm not sure, to be honest. And then we've got X-Men #1. So nothing too different there, but just a few bits and pieces that are going to be a bit different from normal to just really send out there to try get new sets of eyes, because, you know, every comic collector is different. Every seller, every customer you have is going to be different. So when you have the drier days, really just push it out to, if you have stock that's just a little bit outside your comfort zone, just list it. The worst it could do is sit there. Like, and if you had no sales, it's sitting there anyway. So just list. Just always be listing. If you do Funko Pops and you find it's always Marvel, DC, and anime that sells well, you know, like something there. I don't know point anymore. There we go. Try sports ones. Try music ones if you've got them just lying around and you thought, I don't know much about them, and you always kind of shuffle it back. List something completely different. Get new sets of eyes on it. Get new sets of customers on it. And, yeah, take it from there. That's actually going to be us for today. Little updates on other stuff. I got the confirmation that the Forbidden Planet stuff has been dispatched, but there's no tracking number, so I don't know if that just means like they've created the like postage note, and it's still not even been collected yet. Looking at it, it says it'll either be on the 24-hour or 48-hour delivery. It says 48 hours if it's obscure size. I have a funny feeling with the volume we took, it's going to be the obscure size. So I'd say it actually leaves tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. That's probably going to be a Monday thing. We have still got our big collection that we're waiting for. So no new stuff for a while, but I do have what I just showed you today kind of finished off a short box that I have in my backlog of stuff, of listings. So I'm thinking maybe we'll let you check out what's over in my other place, where I just literally have this dumping ground of comic boxes and all other bits and pieces that Helen lists on her store. So we can give you a tour around that just to fill in the time until some exciting new comics come. So sorry it was a short one today, guys, but hopefully you tune in, you stick around, and you like, subscribe, and we see you in the next one.